In 1974, my family and I embarked on what we believed to be a fresh start in a new home in Amityville, New York. The charming house stood with its white picket fence, but little did we know that our dream home would soon become a living nightmare. From the moment we stepped foot inside, an overwhelming sense of dread gripped us. Strange occurrences started to plague our days and nights. It began with subtle signs, an unexplained chill in the air, an eerie feeling of being watched. But soon, the manifestations became more sinister. The walls seemed to ooze a vile black substance, its sticky presence clinging to our fingertips. A putrid stench permeated the air, impossible to escape. Then, the whispers started. Disembodied voices, barely audible at first, taunted us with their malevolent tones. They whispered secrets and threats, their words a chilling reminder that we were not alone in the house. We would wake in the dead of night to these sinister murmurs, our hearts pounding in our chests. The apparitions followed. Shadowy figures darted across our vision, disappearing as quickly as they appeared. We caught glimpses of their twisted faces, their eyes filled with malice. They lurked in the corners of our vision, just out of reach, their presence leaving us in a perpetual state of unease. But it was the poltergeist activity that truly shook us to our core. Furniture moved on its own, propelled by an unseen force. Doors slammed shut with a deafening intensity, as if an angry gust of wind had blown through the house. Objects levitated, defying the laws of physics, before crashing to the ground. As the days turned into weeks, the haunting intensified. Sleep became impossible. Night after night, we were tormented by nightmares, vivid, disturbing dreams that left us shaken and exhausted. The horrors we experienced in our sleep bled into our waking hours as well. The lines between reality and the supernatural blurred, and we found ourselves questioning our own sanity. One fateful night, our worst fears were realized. An evil presence, an ancient darkness, seeped into our home, infesting the very foundation of our family. It targeted my brother, exploiting his vulnerability, and turned him into a vessel for its own malevolence. He became a stranger, a twisted, unrecognizable version of himself. He exhibited superhuman strength, his eyes glazed with a dark energy and a thirst for blood that chilled us to the bone. Our pleas fell on deaf ears as he carried out unspeakable acts. Terrified for our lives, we made the difficult decision to flee the house, leaving behind the horrors that awaited the next unsuspecting residents. We sought refuge, trying to rebuild our shattered lives, but the scars of our ordeal never truly faded away. The Amityville Horror House remains a chilling reminder of the malevolent forces that can possess a home, forever imprinted with the echoes of our torment. Nestled in the heart of San Diego, California, the Whaley House stands as a grand testament to a tragic history. Built in 1857 on the site of a former gallows, it is haunted by the tormented spirits of those who met their demise there. My curiosity led me to step foot inside the house, a decision I would soon come to regret. The moment I crossed the threshold, a chilling presence washed over me, as if the very air had turned icy. A thick silence hung heavy in every room, suffocating and unsettling. The house itself seemed alive, pulsating with an otherworldly energy. Its walls whispered secrets of the past, carrying the weight of the spirit's grief and despair. The residual pain and anguish clung to the very fabric of the building, impossible to ignore. As I explored its rooms, the spirits made their presence known. The apparition of Thomas Whaley, the patriarch of the family, appeared before me, a somber figure with a weary expression. His spectral form traversed the house, forever trapped in a loop of sorrow and longing. The restless spirits of those who met their demise on the gallows also lingered within the house. Their anguished cries echoed through the hallways, a chilling reminder of the darkness that once engulfed the property. Visitors reported hearing disembodied footsteps, as if unseen specters paced the floors above. The courtroom, now a part of the house, held a particularly oppressive atmosphere. The souls of the accused and convicted, their lives unjustly cut short, seemed to converge in this space. Their presence weighed heavily on my shoulders, their silent accusations piercing my soul. The Whaley House remains a portal to the past, a place where the lines between the living and the dead blur. The spirits trapped within its walls seek solace and redemption, their ethereal presence a haunting reminder of the tragic events that unfolded long ago. In St. Louis, Missouri, the Lemp Mansion stands as a testament to a family's descent into despair and the lingering spirits that haunt its halls. Built in the 1860s by the wealthy Lemp family, it is shrouded in tragedy and sorrow. Entering the mansion, a heavy atmosphere settled around me, as if the weight of the family's misfortune clung to every surface. The spirits of the Lemp family lingered, their presence palpable and unsettling. The air itself seemed infused with their anguish and regret. The ghostly figure of William Lemp, the family patriarch, haunted the mansion. A sense of sorrow enveloped him as he roamed the halls, forever tormented by his failed brewery and the tragedies that befell his loved ones. His spectral form exuded an aura of despair, his face etched with the weight of his mistakes. But it was the suicide room that sent shivers down my spine. A space stained with sorrow and untimely death. It was here that 3 members of the Lemp family chose to end their own lives, unable to bear the weight of their existence any longer. The room itself seemed to pulse with a dark energy, the echoes of their final moments reverberating through time. As I ventured deeper into the mansion, the supernatural activity grew more pronounced. The spirits grew restless, their presence demanding attention. Doors slammed shut with an unseen force. Objects moved as if guided by invisible hands, and unexplained footsteps echoed through the empty corridors. In the attic, where Elsa Lemp, William's daughter, took her own life, a sense of sorrow and resignation permeated the air. The room itself seemed frozen in time, as if trapped in the moment of her tragic death. Visitors reported hearing her anguished cries and witnessing the apparition of a distraught woman. The room exuded a palpable sense of darkness and despair. The Lemp Mansion remains a chilling testament to the power of tragedy and the lingering spirits that haunt those left behind. The tormented souls of the Lemp family continue to seek solace within its walls, their anguished cries echoing through the corridors of time. Located in San Jose, California, the Winchester Mystery House is a labyrinth of twisted hallways and peculiar rooms. Built by Sarah Winchester, heir to the Winchester rifle fortune, the house stands as a testament to her obsession with appeasing vengeful spirits. As I ventured through the mansion, I marveled at its architectural oddities, a seemingly endless maze of rooms, staircases that led to nowhere, and doors that opened to solid walls. It was as if the house itself was alive, ever-changing and enigmatic. The spirits that haunted the Winchester Mystery House were as perplexing as the structure itself. They whispered their stories in hushed tones, their voices carried on the breeze. The constant construction within the house, guided by Sarah's beliefs, served as a distraction, a futile attempt to confuse the vengeful spirits that tormented her. As I explored the house, the spirits made their presence known. The apparitions of those killed by Winchester rifles materialized before me, figures filled with anger and grief. They seemed to walk alongside me, their ethereal forms a reminder of the lives lost to the very weapons that brought Sarah her fortune. The seance room held a particularly eerie atmosphere. Sarah Winchester sought guidance from the spirit world, attempting to appease the vengeful souls that haunted her. The room itself seemed to throb with a dark energy, as if the veil between the living and the dead grew thin within its confines. Visitors reported hearing disembodied voices, mysterious whispers that spoke of unfinished business and eternal unrest. But it was the room known as the Witch's Cap that left an indelible mark on my memory. Here, Sarah Winchester sought protection from malevolent spirits, constructing a room with peculiar angles and odd dimensions. The room felt disorienting, as if reality itself shifted within its walls. It was a space where the supernatural and the earthly intertwined, a testament to Sarah's desperate attempts to escape her haunting past. The Winchester Mystery House remains a place of fascination and enigma. Its twisted corridors and haunted rooms stand as a reminder of the human obsession with the supernatural and the lengths we go to find solace in the face of darkness. Nestled in St. Francisville, Louisiana, the Myrtles plantation is steeped in a history of tragedy and restless spirits. Built in 1796, it served as the stage for gruesome events that left an indelible mark on its very foundation. From the moment I set foot on the grounds, a sense of unease settled in the pit of my stomach. The lush greenery and picturesque facade masked a dark and haunted past. The spirits of those who suffered within its walls lingered, their presence a constant reminder of the horrors that unfolded. The ghostly figure of Chloe, a former slave, made her presence known. Legend has it that she sought revenge on her cruel captors, poisoning the family with oleander leaves. Her spirit wandered the plantation, forever tormented by guilt and remorse. Visitors reported sightings of a spectral woman, dressed in tattered clothing, her eyes filled with sorrow. But Chloe was not alone in her haunting. The spirits of the murdered children, their innocent lives cut short, played within the plantation's halls. Their laughter echoed through the night, their spectral forms glimpsed at the corner of one's eye. The residual energy of their fear and confusion clung to the air, as if their essence was forever trapped within the house. The grand ballroom, once a place of celebration, now held a somber atmosphere. Visitors reported hearing faint music, the echoes of a long-forgotten melody. The spirits of revelers seemed to waltz through the room, forever caught in a macabre dance. As night fell, the Myrtles plantation transformed into a playground for the supernatural. The cries of the spirits grew louder, their presence more pronounced. Guests reported feeling cold touches, as if unseen hands brushed against their skin. Others witnessed objects moving on their own, a testament to the spectral activity that infested the plantation. The Myrtles plantation stands as a testament to the tragedies of the past, a place where the veil between the living and the dead grows thin. Its haunted halls and restless spirits serve as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can permeate even the most picturesque of places.